Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association. And it's based on the blogs that I write for them, which, talks all about songwriting, whether the songs were hits or not. Sometimes I just talk about developing characters in songs, things like that. And this latest kick that I'm on is talking about metaphors within songs and how to use them effectively. So we talked in the last video about Stereo Hearts by Gym Class Heroes featuring Adam Levine. And we talked before that about Tourniquet by Jeremy Messersmith and She's My Kind of Rain by Tim McGraw. We're going to go back to some country music for this last one in it won't necessarily be the last time I talk about metaphors because they're pretty useful, but at least in this initial batch. So we're gonna go back to a country music song, and this is a song called "If Love Was a Plane" by Brad Paisley, which was released on his 2007 album Fifth Gear. So this particular song, though it really grossly misuses the subjunctive tense, that's probably my biggest beef about it, which, if we're going to go there, "It Ain't Me, Babe" isn't, proper grammar either, but it's still a great song. So, we'll look past that misuse of the subjunctive tense and talk about what actually makes it work. It begins talking about a young couple. She's 98 pounds working down at the Dairy Queen with an Oval V home permit braces, and he's long haired, no job, and just 19. They got a baby on the way. They're off to the races. So the second verse talks about celebrities and how they have the same idea that they're going to make it despite the odds of it winding up in divorce. Interestingly, the metaphor "if love was a plane" comes in at the end of the chorus. "If love was a plane, nobody'd get on." And it doesn't really get revisited until the bridge. Imagine now the pilot's voice on the intercom just before we leave the ground, saying, "Folks, thanks for flying with us, but there's a 6 in 10 chance we're going down." Unlike the aforementioned Stereo Hearts, it's a conclusion that the singer comes to after seeing all of these examples of people who, on paper, don't seem to stand a chance. But in the last verse, he talks about how everybody thinks that their situation is different. So they line up at the gate with their tickets, I should say. And the thing that distinguishes this song from other metaphor using tunes is that it's all hypothetical, right? It puts it in the conditional tense. If love was a plane, then nobody would get on. So, in other words, if love were a plane, like I said, nobody would get on, but it's not a plane, and so everybody gets on anyway. So that's just one of those things, and those are all the things that they talk about lyrically, and really what makes it work. There are a lot of things, even a song that Brad Paisley covered, the "Life is Like a Railway to Heaven," which is actually a simile. But for the sake of going there, sometimes metaphors can get a little cliched. And this one does a really good job of mixing it up so that okay, this is something new that I've never thought about before when it comes to love. It also doesn't wear out its welcome, which is really, really important with how it's written. So melodically, let's talk about this. The song's chords are G, D/F sharp, C, G, and D. It's written in the key of C. It's played with a capo on the 5th fret, which is one of my favorite things to do. The acoustic guitar begins. It's got a slide guitar coming in shortly thereafter, and then the drums come in during the chorus. The bridge adds a violin, with the solo having a heavy electric guitar, slide, and drums. It's a very down-tempo song, which fits kind of the melancholy but hopeful nature of the song. So structurally, this song uses a verse, chorus, bridge, solo, verse, chorus format. However, the chorus does change slightly every time, as it's revealed that the people he's talking to are somehow getting more and more hopeful, thinking they'll beat the odds. The structure follows the same format as Every Rose Has Its Thorn, discussed in my blog about character development, and I have a vlog for that too, so you should definitely check that out if you haven't already. Normally, as I've said, I'm not a fan of having a solo between the bridge and whatever comes next, but just like in the Poison song, the end of the bridge is so strong. It's such a strong line. In this case, there's a 6 in 10 chance we're going down. The solo fits super well going into the last verse. It builds that tension between the bridge and however the song concludes, which takes a fabulous songwriter to be able to pull off. And I've talked a little bit, especially in my Stereo Hearts blog and vlog, I talked about co-writing and, how that can work wonders for throwing things at a wall, seeing what sticks, and really making the song more dynamic. And those co-writes happen quite a bit in Nashville, and that's obviously where Brad Paisley is based, but he actually wrote this song on his own, so credit to him. Hopefully you knew he was a good songwriter, but this is one that he did on his own, and sometimes it can be hard to write that dynamic of a song within Nashville, something that gets noticed if you're just writing it on your own. So the link is embedded below for If Love Was a Plane. You can take a look and see what you think. Let me know if you agree, disagree with any of the stuff that I said, any of my analysis. But I hope you liked it. I hope this provided something for you. If Love Was a Plane, and helped you a little bit in your songwriting, whether you were stuck or not. But just, hey, this is something that's a little interesting. I could, maybe learn something from it. So I'm Minnesota Mike. I appreciate you for watching this video, and be sure to catch all my other videos, both my songs and then all the other vlogs and stuff that I've done as well. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.